Good afternoon. This is Number 8 Wired, the program that puts the country on air, even for those who've never been there.
And we've never before been to an important part of it, the far north. That is until today for our feature item. Olivado's cracked the problem of how to cold press avocados for their oil, just at a time when it's catching on as the oil to use in top-level gourmet cooking.
Jamie Oliver was quoted as saying in Elle magazine that the next ingredient is going to be avocado oil. The top chefs in the world are using it.
And we'll be following that up with a market report on the outstanding growth in sales of the avocado fruit.
A small Kerikeri-based company, Olivado, is attracting orders for its avocado oil from around the world. Though it only started production 18 months ago, there were years of meticulous preparation and collaboration with Massey AgResearch and machinery manufacturer Alfa Laval to reach their goal. Instead of the established chemical or heat-rendered extraction, cold-pressed avocado oil.
And we now believe that the oil that we've produced would be the finest in the world. We're certainly the largest cold-pressed avocado oil producer in the world.
A combination of applied science, marketing nous and good old Kiwi ingenuity has given Olivado both profitability and accolade. So let's go and have a look at their squeeze end. The process starts with export reject fruit from around Northland and the Bay of Plenty. The fruit is small or somewhat blemished, but otherwise they're quite sound. Then it's into the spa bath for a wash. This gadget here takes out the skins and the stones. This delicious guacamole here is never going to see a corn chip. Its fate is off to the separator. This is the first stage separation. Then it's over here for the final parting of the avocado oil and water. Then the avocado oil goes up the tubes, down the tubes, and into the bottle. Labels go on, there we are. It seems too simple, but hidden in the process is a world-first solution to a technical obstacle common to all green fruit oils.
The high chlorophyll content meant that it went off very quickly. Chlorophyll oxidizes in light, in oxygen, any of those things, and it doesn't have a good shelf life. Our chemical engineer took this on board. He worked for about 3 months on the project, and basically in the middle of the night he rang me and said, "Eureka, I think I've got it." So we built what he had suggested, and we had a lot of issues with it. It took a long time to perfect it, and we were tearing our hair out. And I said one day, let's just reverse what we've done here. And we reversed some of the process, and all of a sudden we had this crystal clear, highly stable oil, and Massey University have done all the tests on it, and long-term stabilisation tests to make sure it was going to last, and there we've got it.
You'd almost think Olivado had forgotten its olive side, even with the factory placed in an extensive olive grove. But seasons mean it's not the case.
The avocado season runs more or less from September until the beginning of May, and that is the point at which the olive season starts, and the olive seasons we anticipate will run 2 to 3 months, which will just give us a month or two to do plant maintenance and give all our workers some annual leave, etc. So the two products really have worked out very well to fully utilize the plant capacity.
But avocado has a practical culinary advantage over olive oil.
At 180, olive oil will start to burn. The oil then turns sort of bitter, and you get carcinogens starting to release. Now, avocado oil doesn't start to smoke until you get to 250. Okay, so your optimum cooking temperature is about 210 for searing meats and other things, or roasting. So you can cook safely with it. Your food flavour is enhanced. Okay, that's the biggest benefit to the everyday user who wants to get into trying it. Okay, very healthy oil, high in a component called beta-sitosterol.
Olivado has packaged its oil not just in bottles to promote beta-sitosterol as combating cholesterol build-up.
We also package our oil in these capsules. This is for people who don't actually like to use the oil in their food when they're cooking or on salads. but they still want the health benefits that the avocado oil gives them. So they can take 1 or 2 of these capsules every day, and in so doing get the benefits, particularly the cholesterol-reducing benefits which the oil provides.
You were also going to have a garlic line, but what happened to that venture?
Garlic has got a very strong flavour and smell, and as a result of that, it's difficult to get the taste and the smells out of your production machinery after you've finished your run and want to change over to something else, which is a pity because we believe that it would be very well received in the market.
So if you ran garlic, you would have the garlic taste and everything else afterwards?
Yes, then everything would be garlic flavoured probably.
The bottled avocado oil range, even without garlic, is a considered marketing strategy.
If you have a one-horse stable, for example, this was our first oil, and if we put that on a supermarket shelf, we get one position, okay? It's very easy to walk past and miss it. What we've done now is we've created a range, so instead of having that one position on the shelf, our range takes up 4 or 5 positions. So when people walk past, they instantly recognise the name and they have a choice.
Olivado's launching a chili flavour about now too. Besides the oil in bottles and capsules, the next idea is a line of avocado cosmetics and somewhere to show them off.
We hope to start a cafe in this area here where people can come and visit the factory and have a cup of tea, a cup of coffee or something to eat. There will also be a shop where our products will be sold. We're not in the catering business, it's not our core competence, so we are looking for somebody who would like to come and take a lease on the facility here and run the business as a separate entity.
For Chris Nathan, there are plenty of customers for what is the core competency, the oil.
Our target audience are olive oil users because they're already familiar with that type of oil and we're just giving them another thing to add to their pantry. We're targeting 0.04% of the olive oil market. I mean, absolutely minuscule. But if we can do that, that's a big market for us.
Satisfyingly, the overseas distributors are now approaching Olivado. But there's a marketing lesson for New Zealand companies trying to break into, especially the United States outlets.
People promise a lot and deliver nothing. And you can find that you've tied yourself up for 3 to 6 months with a company who, with all the best intentions of the world, is absolutely hopeless and will never get your product off the ground into market. And all that does is just slow you down. It's very, very frustrating.
Chris Nathan says they worked on the project for 4 anxious years before they even commissioned machinery. A small New Zealand company does not find the marketplace forgiving.
It's a big ask for a little country to supply the world. There's plenty of people out there willing to knock your product. People see you as a threat to their industry. Now, New Zealand is very entrepreneurial. There's a lot of guys growing wasabi and other niche products, but they've got to remember that they're putting their product into a very, very large market. Sure, we're clean and green, but when it comes down to it, if price matters overseas, it can make a big difference.
Olivado's Kerikeri plant can handle 4,000 tonnes of avocados a year to produce 1.5 million litres. The next phase of expansion is into Australia, with a capacity 5 times this amount.